This is Japan's tiny apartments under the train tracks. Dude, I swear to God I watched this on stream. I can't remember if I watched it on stream already, but let's assume that I haven't. I actually really want one of these when I move to Japan. Because they're underneath train tracks. So where is the loudest part of a city going to be? It's going to be like the train tracks or in traffic, right? But apparently they're really nicely like noise insulated or noise. They have like really good noise dampening from the train track. But that would also mean that you'd have really good noise dampening from your neighbor. But I really want one of these. And it says tiny apartments, but they're actually pretty spacious, dude. Oh, wait. Oh, I muted this, didn't I? Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. No vibration? Apparently not.
These are train tracks, and these are tiny apartments with a lot of catches. I actually have the keys for 3 tiny rooms today. I'm gonna start with the biggest one here.
Well, they like look nice, they look clean. Look, you got a little outdoor area. Look at that. Look at this. It's like your little garden. It's all patioed, but you wouldn't feel good in an earthquake if the actually, this is probably the safest place to be during an earthquake, right? Underneath the train tracks. Because these are going to be built to withstand earthquakes, right?
Which is still pretty small. And this is we start by taking
this is
off
sick,
our shoes.
Man.
And this,
look at that. That's pretty nice. Look, you got sick old desk built in. That'd be sick for a PC setup. You got all your little cubby holes upstairs to your bed. Yo,
this isn't bad at all. Shoe closet there. I might have just seen too many tiny apartments because this one actually feels kind of big and spacious to me, but let's take a quick peek before we look at the really tiny ones. Clean, new, lots of storage.
Yeah, like that looks nice, man. This ladder being right in the front of your lounge though would be really annoying. I say your lounge. Your lounge, bro. It's 2 feet by 2 feet. This ain't no lounge, brother. Hey, you guys want to come over and watch the game? Yeah, we can all sit on a rung of my ladder. No, but this being like this is kind of annoying. I'd prefer for it to be like more vertical. Yeah, you can probably move it against the wall. Yeah.
Over here, there is a microwave and fridge here. Not bad by Japan standards.
Nice size fridge.
Size, and then sliding this open.
Got your washing machine. Can I read any of that? Guys, I gotta be ready to read some of this. Is that Stato. That means start. Yeah, that's starto. That means start. And then some of the rest. I mean, I don't have to start the bad boy. This is a big button. The rest of it I can't read yet, but I would learn. Yeah. You can read drum, Stalker's drum. There you go.
A washing machine.
Hold on. Yeah, so it just gives you different conditions, and then that's all kanji though. I need to
hold up to 5 kilograms. A little bit of a kitchen space over here. It's nice IH burners built right in.
You don't really get much in the form of like kitchen space in a lot of these apartments that I've been looking at personally. So like that seems decent.
With some storage on both sides, but I can see a fully white kitchen getting pretty messy if you actually use it.
This place being fully white is horrible.
Space up here, and then this is going to be the toilet and bath area. Doorway seems kind of small, but you can actually step down. So the toilet space itself is actually not that bad, especially considering some of the places that we've taken a look at.
That must be really difficult. Like, bro, imagine you sitting on the toilet and you're just staring straight ahead of you, and you're just enclosed in, like, you'd get claustrophobic, wouldn't you?
And over on this side, that is actually a moderately spacious bath area. I might need a duct to use the shower also.
The baths in Japan are really nice because they're vertical rather than horizontal, so you actually sort of stand up in them, which is quite nice. You could just go up to your neck. It seems quite enjoyable. So but yeah. I saw one video talking about how you sound racist even when speaking perfectly normal Japanese if you're a foreigner because of how many loan words they have and they're pronounced with an almost satirical accent even when done correctly. Well, I would counter that by saying, why is it racist to do an impression of another accent? If I was to do an impression of, like, Scottish, nobody would think I was racist. But if I do an impression of Japanese, people be like, oh, you can't do that. What's the difference? So I would argue it's not even racist. But I know what you mean when I'm like stato and it's like.
I'm very aware that moderately spacious is a relative term that for claustrophobic people that might just be nightmare juice. But let's take a peek at the loft up here.
Then you got your little bed you got to climb up to. Get your little bunk beds.
This loft is actually way bigger once you get
That's
up here
really
than
spacious.
It looks like from down below. Like I can go all the way to the other end, and yes, I've got a duck. I 100% cannot stand up in here. Let me give you a peek.
You don't think you can bring yourself to do the loan words? No, you got to. You got to.
Mattress.
You got to get immersed.
Slugs and all the switches for everything.
Yeah, it definitely does lux. It's like when I go to America, right? And if you say water, say, oh, can I have some water, please? They'll question you. A lot of the time. Not everyone. Some people can figure out what you're saying. But a lot of people will question you and go, what? And then you have to say, water. And then they're like, oh, water. And you're like, yes. What I said the first time. Water, please, love. Water. Can I get some water, please, love? But yeah, it's not really Japanese accent. It's like loan word. It's them trying to. The funny thing is, it's you trying to pronounce the Japanese version of a Japanese person attempting to pronounce the English version of a word. So it's a little bit of like a weird twist, you know?
You need almost everything you need. Ooh, I can turn that on.
So if anything, they're being racist, and I'm only playing along.
I have no idea what these switches do. I'm just pushing buttons.
Okay, yeah, if you say coffee instead of coffee.
Units now. Also, despite this being under the train tracks, I haven't really been bothered by any train noise. There's actually a train passing overhead right now. You can barely hear it. There is separation between here and the tracks, so I think that helps. But these places feel like they're also built to be pretty quiet. This is what the train sounds like outside, but again, there's the spacing. There's 2 units per building, at least for this section, and there's security cameras there. But let's go check out the really tiny places. So there are 190.
Okay, so that apartment, when I watched that, because I've seen this video before, but when I looked at that, I was like, dude, I want one of those. How can I get one of those?
Units in total, and the ones in here are considerably smaller. So there's space for shoes there. Our unit's going to be down this way. There's a shared kitchen space here, which makes me think that this unit probably doesn't have a kitchen, but it's going to be right this way. This should be our unit right here. Let's take a peek. That does have a bit of a closet, and it's a tall closet at that, so it feels like a bit of a bonus, but the room itself is just so tiny. Like, this is all the space you get here. There's a bit of a desk here. This particular fridge feels a little bit big for the space. I don't know, I might...
The worst part about this is that this is your room, and then it's a shared kitchen. Japanese students are in some kind of hell.
With something smaller, and then in here we've got the toilet, bath, shower, and all that. This door here closes to give you privacy, and yep, that opens.
Look at all the space.
And in here we have, is it shower only? It is
shower only
this time. All in all, not a bad shower space. Shower head is also higher on this one, and I love and appreciate.
Yeah, if I had a shared kitchen with somebody that was like in Japan, I would have to very quickly learn the words for "I'm going to kill you if you put more rubbish in the bin when it's already full and you don't empty it." I'd have to learn how to say that in Japanese.
Appreciate how much more.
Was there a cone rod? I don't know. Maybe for stability. Maybe if you're old or some shit, you got to stand up. You got to hold on the railing and I don't know. Who knows?
The toilet is. I know to most of you this isn't going to be a spacious toilet, but in the world of tiny apartments that are available in Japan, it seems like the toilet space is always the first to
Oh
go.
my god. Oh my god. Dude, imagine that. Oh. Imagine you come home, like you wake up after you've been on a night out drinking and eating a sweaty kebab, and then that's your place of rest. Nope. Nope.
And when I looked at this place, I was like, well, where would you sleep? Where would you put a bed? And then I realized that this is actually a ladder that leads up to a loft. It's just bolted straight to the wall, so let's head up and take a peek.
Sorry, you didn't see the ladder immediately?
By the way, not dormitories, like apartments that you can rent. Okay, definitely.
I love how he does the camera work, by the way, where it's like him climbing, but he gets the angle, so it's like transitioning. It's really good camera work.
Smaller. Absolutely no chance of me standing up in here, but there is these shelves for storage, and there's more than enough space for some type of bed or mattress here.
I can see that.
Also love the addition.
This is actually a horizontal stripper pole. Not a lot of people have those, but yeah.
Why? Just a simple usability thing. And from here, you really get a peek at the scale of this apartment. The ladder being completely vertical makes it a little bit more of a challenge to get up here, and makes me question how much I personally would use the loft. Now, these are just...
Oh, is that how to say, I will kill you if you don't empty the bin? Perfect. Let me write that down.
To be affordable student housing for university students, 2 and 3.
Cost per month, 70,000 yen. So, if you put more trash in a full trash can, I'll kill you. Perfect. So, 100,000 yen is 500 pounds. 1,000 yen is 5 pounds. 10,000 is 50 pounds. Yeah, so 100,000 is 500 pounds, more or less. So, 70,000 yen is 380-ish pounds. I think. Wait, hold on. No, yeah, like 360, 350, something like that. Well, yeah, it would be 350, but it's not exactly 500 pounds for 100,000. It's like 500 and something. So 70,000 works out to be roughly like, I think it was like 380 last time I checked. Or maybe that 73,000 was 380, something like that. It's about like, but this is including meals, which you could easily spend. I guess it says meals. So if you were fed like twice a day, let's say, twice a day plus rent, because this is bills as well, right? So this is rent, bills, and food per month for 70,000 yen. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible, but I wouldn't want to do it. The interesting thing for me when I go to Japan is that I'm going to be earning money in pounds, but converting to yen. So my money should go further, because when you're in Japan, 70,000 yen is like a lot of money, but when you're earning pounds, converting to yen, 70,000 isn't really that big. Like if I was paying my rent and bills for like 400 a month, that would be so chill, because I pay one, like probably 1.5 times that right now. So like if I was to move to Japan, but then again, I'm in a way bigger space. So for the room that I'd be getting in Japan, it probably works out roughly like the same. But yeah. Nobody uses the cafeteria allowance in college. They just go to Taco Bell. See, I would do both. I would use the allowance, then I would go to Taco Bell anyway.
That was 3 steps to get across the entire apartment. Also, just a little bit of a trigger warning on our next apartment. If you thought that this unit was small and you were uncomfortable, the next unit is much smaller.
Yeah, Thunder, we are. We're gonna go there after, as soon as this video's done, we're gonna go raid.
Because this housing is designed for students, there's all these extra benefits and merits, like shared space. There's also a shared like cafeteria style kitchen space with meals that are designed by a nutritionist, which is not entirely uncommon in Japan. It's a pretty common practice for elementary schools in Japan to have a nutritionist on board to design the meals.
That's really good.
Actually takes it one step further by using food.
Did Japan do like free school meals for kids or anything like that? I feel like Japan is a country that they would do free school meals for kids.
sourced from local farms. See, the building is
Oh, and they source the food from local
beautiful.
farms as well. I
The
mean, like,
next
that's awesome.
room, our final room, this is the room. it's pretty much the whole thing. I can already hear the...
This room, I'd actually be pretty happy with. Actually, the only problem is you don't really have space for your desk.
But let me give you a peek. So this...
Oh, I guess you have a
is
small
pretty
one.
much the room. Now, there is one feature behind me that might be shocking for some people, and the toilet is pretty cool, but the bed, how small the bed is, stands out to me. At least it has some space underneath, but look at this. You know what this reminds me of? That tiny sleeper train that we took a while back. Pretty sure if I leave my feet hanging out, we should be okay. Let's give it a shot.
I think it ends up being fine, right?
It works. It's not that bad. Actually, this is way better than my first ever apartment in Japan. The building is long gone, but it was way tinier than this, and I did not have my own bed space or toilet, which I want to show you before.
How tall is this guy? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
The thing that's gonna trigger everybody. So this space here, little mirror there.
Yeah, there's something horrible that's coming up, you guys. There's something horrible that you're gonna witness.
Is a shower room in here, and then this spot right here is where the toilet is. And you might look at that and go, well, there's definitely not enough space to sit in there, except this door swings all the way closed. Like that. Oh, you gotta lock it. Apparently, there.
Oh, hell no, why you don't like this?
So again, not bad at all. It's actually fairly
That's like this in London would be
well
at that,
designed.
yeah.
And then you have access
yeah.
to the sink right here, which is much better than a lot of the other places. Despite being such a tiny space, you not only have your normal shower ventilation space here, but because you've got a window here, this window opens, so you could also just open that and vent out the entire area. Also, because of the window, I didn't really think about it, but there are light switches here as well.
That's...
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice
It is
door. I
actually
like that. I like that
really-
design. Really good.
This is a nice...
That's a nice little
I
bathroom.
like it. With one minor caveat in this, and that's that, well...
Mm-mm. No.
This just opens up to a hallway here, and the privacy that you get is from... Basically, this is...
Bro, I can't have somebody sitting outside, like, studying, and I'm sitting 5 feet away from them, farting myself to sleep. Like, I can't do that, bro. I'm not having...
Is the room that you get. Let me open this and show you outside of here for a second. While the other ones were really meant to be apartments, this is...
Are there no shower heads mounted? I don't really see very many mounted, like, fixed shower heads. A lot of them are, you know, sort of, what would you call it? Like, adjustable, I guess.
More like a single person dormitory space. But take a peek at this and tell me what it reminds you of. So what does this look like to you?
Prison.
Each of these are individual rooms, and this is meant to be like a common space with like tables and shared desks and whatnot. And there's a whole kitchen space down here. Just noticed that there are also coin laundry machines available here as well. I just really like this entire space, and I keep forgetting that we're underneath the train tracks. Each room is just built so well at their... We've seen some really terrible tiny apartments here in Japan so far, but this is just built to be used. It's like you got the storage space under the bed, you got the shelves, you got the super functional door. I often shoot these tiny apartment videos with Okazaki-san, a former architecture student who I met for the first time when I stumbled upon her apartment, and we've done a ton ever since. And she has wanted to come and check out this place for the longest time, but wasn't able to come with me today because she's actually off on an architecture job herself. Also, would you believe that every single time that we do these tiny apartment videos, we get threats, actual threats, both in comment and email form. I might even have to do an entire video on that one day. I did not realize that people were so triggered by tiny apartments, but wishing Ayaka all the best. I'm sure that you guys are
Why
as well.
would you threaten someone over this?
Here has offered to put together a small meal for us so we can see what it's like before we wrap things up for the day. So let's go check it out. Registered students can actually come up and use this face scanner that scans their face, and they use that to pay for their food.
Not big on face scanning, but okay.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, dude, look at that. That looks all right, doesn't it? if you were paying 70,000 a month, okay, so you're paying £400 a month, but you get rent and bills sorted, and this is your meal. Let's assume you get like 2 of these a day. That would be all right. Like if you're a student, and you're trying to just get by, that would be all right, I think. Probably not good for a 30-year-old man, but you know. Sounds like fancy prison. That is what student life is, though. What's the difference between being a student and being in prison?
This is fantastic. Okay, so we got a little bit of a soup right here, a bowl of rice, a nice salad, and then there is, in Japanese, it's called hamburger. I guess just a hamburger, just a hamburger patty.
I love how he then forgot the English word for hamburger because he calls it Hamburg. He goes, hamburger. And then he goes, I think it's Hamburg. No, it's hamburger, bro. What did you just say? It's the same thing. Love it.
With nobody. Does that exist overseas? I've been living in Japan far too long. And then Brussels sprouts, fries, and fresh made pudding. I got to see them doing
pudding in a cup
earlier, and everything just looked so good. I'm gonna start with the green.
See, that shit's good. Like the home. Look at that little homemade, proper little. Look at that. Not just like some frozen shit. Yo.
Looks so good. I'm gonna start with the green.
I think it's just some fries.
It tastes incredible, which is amazing because each one of these trays works out to less than $5 a meal. I had reached out to Japan Rail, who runs this entire thing, including the apartments and everything, and asked them if I could come in and shoot this. And not only did they say yes, but they sent an entire team. There are posters all over the place that say Tokyo Lens is shooting today. They made me feel so welcome. Not sponsored or anything, but huge thanks for that. The big question is, would you live here? Would you live in any of these units? What did you think?
The first one,
let me know down below.
For sure, bro. This first one, like, I would for sure live there. No worries. No qualms. I could live there for sure. The rest of them, nah, bro. No chance. Yeah, that's already got a like. That's already got a like, bro. Bosh. And there's the video. Yeah, I could live in that first one, man. I could do that. Oh wait, is my stream? Wait, hold on.